Hey, what is up, guys? This is Carlos here from Team Breakthrough coming at you with episode 2 of our deck analysis series. Today, we're going to be analyzing Cosmos with GoFu and Brilliant Fusion. Now, this is something that I kind of thought about myself. I don't know. I haven't seen any deck profiles online, so if it matches any other deck profiles, it's just coincidence. But I actually got this off of like the top of my head. Because I'm one of the few people that's still trying to win Cosmos, right? So let's get into the deck profile real quick, and then I'm gonna explain like the combos and stuff that I have. So we're still playing through Tinken. I feel like Tinken is really good, but this is very generic. One Strawman for the same reason is good, but you don't want to open it. Two Sword Troopers because we play in the Brilliant Fusion engine, and so what happens is when you can pitch for the Brilliant Fusion. You can pitch like what's it called a tin can or something else, and then you can so you go Brilliant Fusion, extra normal, and then if you send a tin can to the graveyard, you can pay 1,000 to bring it back, and then if you have a ship in hand or something like tag out or whatever, but it's really good. So what's it called? Sword Trooper at 2, 1 for on girl because we no longer have destroyer or multiples, so we can no longer do that little combo. 1 Wicked Witch because we don't want to get OTK'd. 2 Garnet. I'm playing 43 cards in this deck. I played 2 Garnet because in testing I drew the one. I was playing 1 Garnet first and I drew it way too many times, and then I decided to place it Pot of Desires. And so Pot of Desires, most of the time I banished it. Either I drew it or banished it. So I didn't want to, because if I banish or draw it, then the whole engine is dead, and I didn't want to do that. So yeah. So we went to 1 lady still, and then we played triple GoFu because everybody knows special. In this deck, you don't have use for a token, so don't use the tokens because then you'll just clock up your board. Then 3 Slip Rider, pretty standard. 1 Landwalker, 1 Forerunner. They're just basically names. Dark Eclipser because this thing kills. Or it gives you the upper hand in the what's it called, the metaphor matchup, like negating combination. Well, not really combination, because that at the moment you're just helping them. But most important counter. 1 destroyer because we can only play 1. For the spells, play 1 Italy because you can only play 1. 2 Desires. Now I was one of the guys that for like a very long time I thought that this card was really bad. This card was just garbage. It was a neck 9 or whatever. But until I tested it out, I actually tried it out. This card is amazing. Even though you have a lot of 1-ups in this deck and a lot of cards you don't want to banish, most of the time this deck was like, most of the time you drew like really good cards. Only one time it happened to be, I drew what's it called, a Strike and Emptiness. Like one time I did drew like a Brilliant and a Garnet, so it was really good. I mean that wasn't good, but it was like that was the only time. Then we played 3 Allures.
Why?
Because you have enough targets to run Allure actually. Like a lot of people don't. People play this like in regular Cosmo, Fire King Cosmos or whatever. But here, even the GoFu, like the GoFu is a dark. So even if you open this and this is dead, or if you draw a late game and this is dead, you can still save it because it's still a target for Allure. And you you run a really high count of dark monsters where you can like blind Allure and be not so afraid because you're probably gonna draw into a dark. But I don't recommend blind Alluring. 3 Cosmo Town, standard. 3 Brilliant Fusion. This had when Destroy was a 3, a lot of people were trying to do it, but now it has a lot more synergy with the deck because you have a whole bunch of level 5s, 3 GoFu, 1 Lady, 3 Sleep Rider, and then so you can summon this. You get extra normal summon. So the problem with Cosmos a lot of time was that what happened was they relied too much on their normal summon. So if they negated a normal summon or something happened, you most likely would have lost that game, or like you were really far behind because of how much the normal summon means to Cosmos. So having the Brilliant Fusion engine plays around all of that because even if you go normal, extra normal, tag out to bait someone back out, then you can, like, if you have talent, add it back and normal summon that again, or you can do it to extend your plays. Like it's really amazing how it works in this deck. And that's it for the spells. Then for the traps, we run through Strike, through Call and Haunted because we're still running through Tinken. 2 Mojo because it's searchable. It's really searchable, so you don't worry about that. And I'd rather have the Emptiness over the third Mojo because sometimes Mojo can be dead and Emptiness is always live. And the Warning. So let me go into detail for. Hold up. I still haven't done the extra deck. Sorry about that. For the extra deck, we ran. For the rank 5s, we ran Durando, Adris, and then Nova for the Infinity Play, Pleiades, Zemail, and Shark Fortress. It's a really high count of rank 5s, but you can bust any of this out. They're really situational though. The only ones that, like for example, if you don't have a Goku but you have a rank 5 play first turn, most of the time you're gonna make this, or unless you can make Infinity. And these are like first turn plays, and then these are just like late games and stuff like that. They're really good. So at one point I was dueling, and what happened was I had 2 towns. I had one already in hand, and I activated this, and I drew a Strawman and a Destroyer after that. So it was just really busted. So I mean, it's just a really good card overall. One Surfer Knight because yeah. Sulkin for the the whole Sulkin play thing, and then the targets. I decided Scrap Dragon over what's the card called, Ignister, because of town. So for example, there's like a really cool play that you can do where if you already have a ship in hand or whatever, as we all know, Cosmo when you guys destroy searches any Cosmo card. So the busted part is that you can summon it off of the Sulkin, and then go to Scrap Dragon, target town, and whatever card you want to destroy, they get destroyed, and then town searches you whatever you need at that point in time. So it's really cool. I was dueling, and then I had this, and I couldn't top deck a card like to set for 3 turns. Like we were just like playing it out, and I couldn't top deck like a spell and trap, and then I eventually top decked this. And I set it, summon the Scrap Dragon, get the the Strawman, flip, grab another, what's it called? Flip, grab the Strawman, summon the Destroyer, and then off of this I summon the Scrap Dragon, pop, search the Cosmo, and like I just won from there. But it's a really cool interaction that it has. And then for the rank 3s, only play 2 because you don't make it that much. This is supposed to be a break sword, but I let Hector borrow it. So for the this is actually not that bad though. But if you have a break sword, the break sword will be way more useful. And this is because you can do it in game, like in time or whatever, to go for game or just to go for game.
How many times do you make rank 3s?
I actually made this twice. It wasn't for game though, but it was twice. And then there was one situation where break sword would have came out, but it turned out to be a better play, where I just made Lavier and bring back the Strawman, and then Strawman bring back Destroyer.
Interesting.
So yeah, and then one Infinity because of Infinity plays, and then for the side, for the most part, is whatever you guys want. But in general, this is what I sided: double Ogre, 3 Flying Sea, 2 Good Witch because Good Witch is actually really good. It plays around what's it called, Crystal Wing. They're not really siding Majesties, and mainly or siding Majesties. They're mainly doing vanities, and then the Jowgen Lock sucks. This deck like in theory you should not be losing to the Jowgen Lock, but what happens with the Jowgen Lock is that you can never read it. Like they'll just especially summon at random times. You can never read a Jowgen play. And so this can get over that, and it has too many stuff. Dark Hole, Double Dark Hole Rageki, because if you do open this Oaken play, you don't want like monsters or like Kirin or stuff like that, like messing out your like combos or whatever. 3 Instant Spell because you want to win the matchup, and two Twisters.
Carlos, I don't know if you're aware, but Rageki and Dark Hole cannot kill Kirin.
What?
Rageki and Dark Hole can't kill Kirin.
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
Just for other stuff, whatever.
Yeah, but like other stuff, for the most part, you don't want like Jowgen has to be a problem. Like it really is a problem. But yeah, I really forgot that Kirin can't be killed.
So can you explain some combos for us?
Yeah, real quick. So So if you open a hand, I'm gonna show you guys. Let me see. Actually, no, I have to power shuffle. So never mind. But if you open a hand of this, and if you draw any other cards, like this right here is good as long as you don't open the gardener, of course. But even if I'm playing two, so even if you open the other gardener, it's fine. But for example, if you open something like this, for example, let's say lady, Tinken, lady Tinken in a town, for example, right? What happens here is you go special, right? No effect because we talked about it. You do not want to clock your field. Go Brilliant Fusion. Send whatever. In this case, you already have a Tinken circulation, so you want to send a Sleep Rider, just in case no, you get a Color the Haunted or something. Send that and send the one Garnet, and then summon. Where is it? Summon this girl, and then you can go extra normal, tag out, special. And then since you already used the extra normal, you synchro, well, you special summon because not really a synchro summon.
True.
Where is it?
Should be there.
Yeah. You go into this guy, and then you set the town. This triggers, and then summon this. So now you have two negations, and then you go town, add town, normal. Now you have two negations. You're gonna have a loaded graveyard and a what's it called? And a ship in hand, whatever you reveal. For this, in this scenario, you might want to reveal all big like guys like Forerunner, Destroyer, and Eclipser. Although you don't have a card of the Haunted because you just want to have big four. There's another board. Even if you don't open Gofu, or even if you do open Gofu but you don't open the Brilliant Fusion, you can open like something like this. And it has happened to me a lot of times. But this is why this is so good. Any other pilot, it doesn't have to be Tinker, but it can be any other pilot. You open this, and then something to set. For example, for this just town, but anything else could be good. And then a blank card, like the blank card can be whatever. This is like going first. You can go special, normal, tag out. Now you have the option here. You can either go here and do the Soken play, or you can do a rank 5 while having a town here, because when you summon this, you can pop the town and search anything, right? And then whatever you want, but for the most part you go for the Soken play. So you summon this, set this, Soken first, and then you set it. Make the Soken set, and then again add this, and you can shuffle it back, summon the Crystal Wing or whatever you want to summon. Shuffle it back because you can no longer summon it and hope to draw like something good. So that's one play. Or if you don't open the Gofu but you do open Brilliant Fusion, you can summon this. For example, if you do open like a similar hand, just not Gofu, you can do the Brilliant Fusion. Actually, let me show you with a Sword Trooper, because this is actually pretty cool. Off of the Brilliant Fusion, you can send, for example, a Tinken. You can send a Tinken and a Garnet, and then you extra normal, effect special, and then have the town up, and then you can tag out this, to special this, and the Sleep Rider, you can either pop the town or choose not to. But for this this video, I'll pop the town and search the Cosmo, because then you can, at the end phase, you make a rank 5, which most likely is gonna be what's it called, Durando, and now you're gonna have a Brilliant Fusion up, and then you're gonna search out the Cosmojo. Now you choose whether you want to like destroy the town or not, but it's completely up to you. But I would like to do it because then now Tinken triggers at the end phase, and then you reveal all the big guys and you set it, tag it out, and now you have a Mojo, Durando, and it's just amazing. So yeah, so these are some combos you can do with this. I've actually put some thought into this. Me and my friends were talking about like other cards that we can put in here. So we're gonna test them out, see how they work out, and if they work out better than this build, then I'm probably gonna give you guys another updated deck profile on this. But you guys should try this. because this is actually really really good. Just the amount of plays that, because it gives Cosmos a better turn one play. It enables two normal summons, which a lot of times if they negate or something with your normal summon, you probably lost. Better turn one plays, and it gives Cosmos a better comeback play too, because if you have a town and a sleep rider or something, and you top deck a brilliant fusion, a go food, like you can go off, you can come back. So it actually has worked really amazing. So hope you guys try it out. If you do guys try it out, let me know in the comment section below how it worked out for you. And if you need any help with any ratios, any takes. For example, one of the questions that a lot of people are gonna ask me, or maybe wonder, is the Pot of Desires. Like, you don't have to play Pot of Desires. You can cut this and the second Garnet to have an exactly 40 card deck. Because if you add this 3, it's a 43 card deck. But if you cut this out, then it'll be exactly 40, and then you can only play Allures and stuff like that. If you don't have the money or whatever to pick up Desires, or you just don't like the card, like I didn't. Another advice: just try out Pot of Desires. If you think Pot of Desires is bad, just try it out. Believe me, it's not that bad. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Follow our sponsor. The links in the description. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.